What is the difference between the healing work of John of God in the Casa in Brazil and here in Europe?
There is no difference in the quality of the healing work, because in both cases it is originating from the spiritual world. The real strength and power is coming from the spiritual world. So it's the same spiritual entities healing through medium John of God, in the Casa de Dom Inácio in Brazil, or here in Salzburg, in Alsfeld, on the 6th European Spiritual Healing Days. From that point of view, there is no difference. The difference is that here it will be more people. That means that Medium João is busy the whole day from the morning till the evening, and the energy is very intense. On the other side, in Abadiânia, Medium João has more time, can take a little bit more of time for each person, but there on the spiritual healing days, because many people want to use this occasion before going to Brazil, it's created a very strong energy through the fact that there are 2,500 people every day. A very strong healing energy is created from the entities, from the side of John of God, and also from the side of all the participants who are there. One very strong energy field, healing energy field, is created that way. So that is the difference in the work between the Casa and the Spiritual Healing Days in Germany and Austria.
Could you please describe what will be happening during the day? And do I have to be in the event hall right at 7:30 a.m. in the morning?
No, you don't have to be in the event hall right at 7:30 in the morning. It really depends on your possibilities, where you live, in which hotel, where you're coming from in that morning. Just no pressure, no time pressure. Take your time. If you can be there at 8:30, it's fine. If it's later on, it's still okay, because anyway, every person, every participant will meet personally John of God sometime during the day. So it's, in that sense, it's not too late. You will not come too late. You will see him and meet him anyway. And that is the main focus of the day. But at the same time, there is a very beautiful and strong program of talks, of medical doctors, people who have been healed, also performances of music, like Kana is coming from the USA, a very, very beautiful woman with very beautiful music. And different points in that program which are accompanying you all the day long, but the main focus, of course, is the beautiful healing work of the spiritual entities and medium John of God.
Why are prayer and meditation so important in spiritual healing?
Prayer and meditation, they are so important because it's the spiritual world who is healing, who is curing, who is working through medium John. So this is our part, our effort. Through intense prayer, through deep meditation, we are preparing the ground. We are doing everything that the connection between the spiritual world and ourselves can be done, that this connection will be taking place for our benefit. That's why it's so important. For example, to really meditate deeply. Why am I here? What do I want to achieve here? To get a feeling for whatever treatment you want to get, which organs should be treated, which disease you want to be treated, or like whatever spiritual development you want to get in place here, you want to get started here. So all these things, about all these things, it's really important to get clear, to do your part in the whole work, to prepare for it in deep prayer and deep meditation, so that the spiritual world can help you really at its best.
Is it for sure that I will meet medium John every day?
Yes, definitely. Every participant will meet John of God, medium John, personally every day.
Can I also talk personally with medium John? And will it then also be translated in English and French?
Yes, there are translation possibilities in English, in French, but it's the question if it will be possible in that time to have a real conversation. On the one side, it's the fact that there are many people there and everybody is going to see Medium John during the day, in the course of the day. But on the other hand, it's important to see and to understand a conversation is not really essential or needed for the healing process. Because anyway, it's not Medium John who you're addressing. It's the spiritual entity who is working through him at that time, one entity at a time who is working through him. And these entities, they got possibilities much beyond our human possibilities as spiritual entities. They can see within a split second what you really need, what you're here, why you're here for, about diseases which are there, and they can, in a split second, make the decision what is the best way to start, to initiate the healing process. Whatever they will recommend to you, right afterwards it will be said to you, but that a real conversation, for a real conversation normally will be not the possibility there, but you will not miss anything. The work is as strongly, as powerful as you can imagine.
Why is Medium John not able to come more often to Europe?
There is a very simple reason to that. John of God, Medium John, is Brazilian. So he has his beautiful healing center, the Casa de Dom Inácio de Loyola, in Brazil, in Abadiânia, in central Brazil. And there are people from all over the world permanently coming to that healing place. That's why in the course of 55 years, 8 million people have been treated. So the point is simply that when he would leave, then when he's gone to Europe, for example, for 2 weeks, then even if the casa is not closed, but he will not be there. And he, for the people who are coming, he is the main point there. If he's not there, people don't want to come. And as far as Brazilians are concerned, this would really be a problem and a pity, because many Brazilians, they simply step into a bus 1,000, 2,000 miles away, and they simply travel to Abadiânia, trusting that he will be there, because they don't have an idea that he would not be there. So in that case, travels to foreign countries, to other continents, they are limited to about 3 in a year, between 2 and maximum 4, because otherwise the work in the casa would be seriously damaged, or at least, let's say, people who would come there, they would not find him, they would be really disappointed.
How many participants do you expect for the spiritual healing days this year?
It will be every day between 2,000 and 2,500 participants, depending on the capacity of each hall on that day, so around like that, 2 to 2,500 people.
Is it recommendable to buy a ticket for 3 days, or are 1 or 2 days also sufficient?
This really depends on you, on your intuition. 1 or 2 days could be totally sufficient. 3 days might feel more intense to you, that really everybody has to see for himself what the possibilities are about the holidays that you can get. For that reason, we always organize the European Spiritual Healing Days on a weekend. That means Friday to Sunday, so that people don't need to take so many holiday days or maybe no holiday day. So it really depends on you. Just as an idea, the people who are traveling to Brazil, to the casa, normally they are coming for 2 weeks, some even much more, longer than that. So then that the work can be more intense. On the spiritual healing days, you really have to decide it for yourself. I would say, personally, from the further you come, the better it is to use the opportunity and to be there for a few days, for all the 3 days, but it really depends on you.
In case John of God gives me the advice to come again the next day, would it still be possible then to buy a ticket right in the hall?
Yes, even if it's booked out, we always reserve some cards, some tickets for exactly that reason. When Medium João has some special advice for somebody to come again, that it's still possible to get a ticket. Yes.